And really, to be in service is really how, honestly, a lot of the ways that we've made money is in being in service to other people.
Is you rolling? Is you rolling? Is you rolling? Is you rolling?
Welcome back, people. It's us again.
Today, we're here to share with you all the ways that we've made money while moving.
That's right.
So we've been traveling full-time in our camper van for over a year now. And throughout this year, we've tried many different things.
Yes, we have.
Learned lots of stuff along the way.
Seen a lot.
Now we essentially have our own system and different streams of how we make our money.
So we're here to share some of those with you. But first, a quick disclaimer. None of these things that we are showing you are overnight get-rich-quick schemes. But these are things that we have done and done successfully, each and every one of them. We're not gonna sit here and try to talk and tell y'all things that we ourselves haven't done, because that's blasphemy. So, should we get started?
Let's get started.
Let's get started. First up, we got eBooks. Now, what's an ebook? The E in ebook stands for electronic, and books, well, it's books. It's basically a digital book that you write or type in a word processor or something like that, and you put online for people to peruse and purchase. You want to talk some more about ebooks?
Yeah, so ebooks are awesome just because once you write them, once you publish them, put them online, they can stay relevant forever, especially if you write it on something that isn't constantly changing. So you put in the work at the front end, and then 10 years from now, you'll still be getting paid from a book that you wrote.
That's right.
And for example, we have one ebook out right now. It's called the Mexico Van Life Guide.
Link below.
And that ebook came about because we started traveling in our van in Mexico, and we did this trip on a whim. We didn't have that much time to plan, and we thought to ourselves, wow, wouldn't it be handy if we could have done this with a guide that we could have bought online, taken with us, so that when we hit the road, we knew exactly what it is that we needed. So we decided, hey, let's write that for other people so that other people don't run into the same issues that we did.
I did not write it.
So just to be realistic about how long it took, that ebook took us about 2 weeks to write, to design. Took me 2 weeks to write, to design, to make it look all beautiful. And then we put it online for sale. And so another aspect of that is the marketing as well. But once you put in the work, it pays off, and that is one of our new favorite ways to make money online, and we've got some more ebooks down the pipeline.
So next up, we have logos and branding kits.
So this is something that we offer through our Soul Vision company. It's our creative company.
That's right.
And by selling logos and branding kits, we get to help other people grow their businesses, whether it's like their personal brands or they're selling a product. It's really been an awesome way to make money because you're really providing people with a service that will also help them make money as well. And so, in case you're wondering, because a lot of people will just sell you a logo, but we sell logos as a part of a bigger branding kit because we really want people to understand the brand strategy behind why their logo should look this way, who their audience is, and
how to use their logo.
Exactly, how to use their logo, who their audience is, and how their logo will be able to help them reach more people. So we don't want to just give people a pretty design and say, here, go on your way. It's like, we want to give you the design with the strategy so that you can really use it all to take your business to the next level.
That's right, maximize. So the logo business, now this I recommend to anyone with any sort of passion for art or design or business, really. All it is trying to make a business stand out and reach more people. And so we do that through the visual aspects. However, there's a number of ways to get into it, but pretty much all you need is design software, and some of it is free. Honestly, there's a free design tool called Figma that you could go to in your web browser and get started on right now if you so chose to. But it doesn't really take a lot to get started in the business other than a passion and a drive and some creative ideas. And then to market your services to business owners and people who have public facing brands, and to say, hey, I could help you, and to provide service. And really to be in service is really how, honestly, a lot of the ways that we've made money is in being in service to other people, providing something that someone doesn't have or needs, usually is the best way for them to pay you for what you just did for them. Selling things does work, and I do like selling things, but logo and branding is one of my favorite ways. Now, I said that a lot, but it is one of my favorite ways because I like to make logos. I have like ideas for businesses and brands that exist. So when someone comes up to us, like let's say with like a CBD brand or something like that, it's funny because I'll have already had the idea in my head, and it's like this person manifested and I already have the thing to help them. So it's like, it's really cool when that match happens. So I also like encountering businesses and business owners and getting kind of like their story as to like why they do what they do, why they put stuff out there, because working with businesses and business owners is also a good way to get better at doing business because you can learn from anybody. All right, so next up we have one of my personal favorites, Forex and crypto investing. So this appeals to all the things I like, making money off of a phone. Yeah.
Tech.
Sure. Making money off of a phone. Real easy. I got a phone, I got internet, I can make money, and so can you. And so what is Forex? So Forex is short for the foreign exchange, and basically, just in a nutshell, if I'm gonna break this down really simply, what you're doing is buying and selling currencies or commodities, kind of like stocks, and in an attempt to make a profit. Now, legally, I am not a financial advisor, so none of this is legal financial advice, but it's one of my favorite ways to make money because literally it's a skill that you can practice, get good at. You can actually practice without putting money down, and then when you're ready, you can invest your money and see positive returns. So I like it. It's basically a nice way. I wake up, I check my phone, I see what the markets is doing, I hit buy or sell, or I close a position, and I reap rewards. Pretty simple, right? Now, what is crypto? Crypto is kind of the same, but have you heard of Bitcoin? Things like that? Basically, it's a digital money. Similar to Forex, you can buy and sell these and make a profit. No customers needed, no clientele. In fact, you can start today. I don't suggest though that you start immediately without doing your proper research into what you're investing and what you're spending money on. For me, I put a few months before I was actually ready to put actual money in, and that helped me to understand what's happening, to take some practice trades, some practice buy sells to see potentially how much money I would be making. And yeah, so in one of our earlier videos, we were in Guadalajara and we took a food trip that was paid solely by Forex profits. I basically made all of that money in one day, and we pretty much spent it all in one day. But yeah, Forex is pretty lucrative because 5 days out the week, 24 hours a day, you have the potential to make money without having basically anybody else to be responsible for too. You don't have a customer, you don't have a client. It's pretty simple. You learn the skill, you master it, you study, you do these things, and you can make money. You earn as much as you learn. Something like that. I don't know how it goes. But basically, there's a number of ways to get started. You want to tell them about Forex a little bit?
Yeah, I'd say just know that you can start Forex for free. Just because
straight up.
recently Forex has become like a super big thing that a lot of it feels a little scammy. There are a lot of MLMs within the world of Forex, but just know that you can download and get started doing Forex for free. All you need to have is a MetaTrader 4 app on your phone.
Completely free.
You make a demo account.
Sign up with a broker, completely
find a broker,
free.
and then with a demo account, you can start practicing yourself. There's a free course online called Baby Pips.
Ooh, yeah. Baby Pips is like, it's like your public school education in Forex. There's other resources too, very good books that if you ask me, I'll send to you. But Baby Pips is free. It's a website, babypips.com. It will teach you a lot. Almost all that you need to know to get started. Go through the Baby Pips course and then start taking practice trades and see how much you can make.
And just know, like, if you're like, I want to get really good at Forex, you really have to commit to the journey of learning it, to the ups and downs, because can be an emotional roller coaster. So just know that you have to invest in it in the long run and not, this really is not a get rich quick scheme, which a lot of people will sell it to you as. You really have to put in the work and the learning, but once you do, you can reap all the rewards.
Unlimited rewards. On a similar note is crypto investing. And so this is a little more simple and kind of like investing in the stock market per se. The general concept is that cryptocurrencies are like the dollar or like euros or pesos, but they exist only online. And because they're not real and physical and tangible, they fluctuate in value, meaning they go up and down. So when they go down in price, it's probably, again, not actual financial advice, but probably a good time to buy them because they will go up in value later. Some of them, after you've done your research, of course, will go up in value, and then you can sell them back at profit. Simple. Same thing as Forex, completely free to get started. You don't need another person, another soul. And if someone tells you that you have to go through them, they're lying. And they're probably gonna take your money.
And they're probably making more money selling you courses and information on Forex than they're actually making from Forex.
That is a fact. That is a fact. I'm gonna take a short while to plug. I got an upcoming crypto fund coming in. It's kind of like a hedge fund, but for people investing in crypto. So if you're really interested in that, please leave your email below. Or if you don't want to do that, just hit me on the contact page on our website, heartsoulagenda.com, and I'm gonna link you in. It's coming soon.
And if you have any general questions about crypto or Forex, because I know for me personally, before I met 𝐿𝐵INNA, I really had no idea what this whole world was about. So if you have any questions that you want us to answer, feel free to drop them below.
That's right, leave them below. So next up, we got selling websites and apps. So what's a website? Well, you on a website right now, so don't ask me that. But a website can be sold and made pretty easily. Now, primarily you're gonna find that enterprising individuals, entrepreneurs and the like, want websites to display their goods and services to the world. So in this day and age, you need a website. That means that you need a domain and you need a website. So there's a number of ways you could do this. I like to make my websites from scratch because that's just how I roll. but that's one way to do it. There's a number of website hosting platforms out there. You've heard of WordPress, hopefully. You've heard of Squarespace and the like. Basically, if you have the wherewithal to make some nice website designs and templates, you can sell these to business owners or businesses once you find them. And that is a whole nother skill. To find these people, well, you gotta put yourself out there. Say, hey, I make websites. Usually someone's gonna ask you, oh, for what? Or for how much? And hopefully they want something simple. Like, I'm a dentist. I want a website for my dental practice. So you'll basically go through the process of what do you want on your website, and you'll put it there for them, and then they'll pay you. It's pretty simple, and you can do this from anywhere. However, you also might encounter some people who want above average websites. These are called apps, kind of like the thing you're on right now, YouTube. It is a website, but it's not really a website because you can sign in and do all of these other things. This kind of requires a little more technical knowledge. However, you can learn it. Also, you can outsource it if you so see fit and sell the website or app at a markup. This is just business. But basically, you'll find that a lot of people want websites and apps in this day and age because there's a lot of money to be made having a website, a web store, or a web app. So getting in this business is pretty lucrative. It's one of my favorite ways because I have the skills to make websites and web apps. And I usually charge a lot more than I would a beat. So I like it.
And I'd also add to that, and another part of a website, including like the design and everything, is the words on a website.
That's true.
So especially if you're like, I want to sell websites, but how can I increase my prices? How can I bring more value to my customers so that they'll pay me more? Also getting good at website copy, which is essentially what you write on the website. Say somebody who's the dentist, they're like, I want a website that will increase the amount of people I have coming in for dental cleaning. That means you take the design of the website and design it in a way that people will see buttons that will be like, okay, let me click to book an appointment to have a dental cleaning. But then you'll also see lots of words that will encourage people to click to make an appointment.
For their world-class service.
Yes.
And dental hygiene.
So getting good at website copy too can also help you with increasing your prices for your services.
That's right.
So next up we have merch.
Merch. So what is merch? Merch is short for merchandise. And merchandise is basically just stuff that you sell. So it could be clothes, it could be accessories, items, stuff that you make, anything that you make and comes from you is merchandise. Now, why do merchandise? Well, merchandise is a good way, kind of like eBooks, for you to have a tangible thing outside of yourself and your time that is sellable, so that someone, when you're sleeping or awake or at a park selling it, can buy from you to support your endeavors. So how would somebody get started making merch, you might ask? Well, there's a number of ways, but we found one that's super easy and that's online, and that's direct to garment printing. So basically you come up with a nice brand, a logo, and if you need help, we got you. But you come up with one of these things and you say, hey, that looks really nice. That embodies what I'm trying to do and put out there. And then this is the most important part. You put it on another website online where it is on a t-shirt mock-up, like a real product. And someone could click on it and say, hey, I like that, I want that, and I want to support you or whoever is doing it. And they click buy once you put it on a nice free online web store. And once you do that, the direct-to-garment people will take your design, make it real, put it on a shirt, and sell it. Now, that's just one example for t-shirts. There's numerous other examples. You can make your own t-shirts by hand. Pretty much however you want to make merchandise is up to you, but that's the way we've done it, and it's worked for us. Merchandise, honestly, is one of my favorite ways because I get to, have some creative input and flair, and then it also feels really good to lace people with some drip that I've designed. So, merch. All right, y'all, so we getting into the thick of it. Next up, we have YouTube.
So YouTube is one of my favorite ways to make money online, but it is also something that you have to be in for the long haul, because most of the time it is not an overnight success. So with YouTube, there are actually several ways to make money. You can make money by being monetized by YouTube itself. That in itself is a process. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and have 4,000 watch hours, which means people have to have spent 4,000 hours watching your content within the last year. And besides that, you can also make money lots of different ways before you are even monetized by YouTube.
That's a fact.
So for example, for us, through selling our merch, that's one way that we've made money. Through just showing our story, showing our journey, sharing it with you all. We'll occasionally receive donations from that. We also just launched our Patreon, where we have exclusive content for people who want to see more of us. Another
way is finding like-minded people who want to collaborate and build things with you outside. We found that some of y'all are really cool people, and we've had the chance to interact with you in the flesh, and these have created business opportunities that without YouTube we wouldn't have.
That's true. I feel like that's something that I never would have known could exist without having a YouTube channel. Also, just it allows you to kind of build with your marketing. So for example, everything else that we sell, I feel like we have an audience for because we have a YouTube channel. And so for a lot of things online, being able to market it to the right audience, that's often the hardest thing, being able to find and grow an audience.
And the most important.
The most important. So having a YouTube channel has really helped us. People also make money off of YouTube from sponsorships. That's not something that we really have done at all. Just haven't really found any interest in it. So just know that you can make money in lots of different ways from YouTube, and YouTube is honestly one of the greatest marketing tools that's out there.
A lot of people watch YouTube, almost more than watch TV. So many people, at least 1 billion people, who could find your video through some means and find you and link up with you and want to support you or work with you. So it's really a great thing.
And then also on a philosophical level.
Okay, break it down.
It's just cool knowing that like 10 years from now, 50 years from now, we'll be able to look back on the videos that we made from YouTube. Even if somehow YouTube doesn't exist, we'll have access to the videos that we made. That it's like, we can see who we were at that time. It's like having, especially if you're making vlogs, it's like your autobiography online, a documentary of your life that you'll get to see. So it's also really interesting in that way.
It's gonna be in my biopic, 𝐉𝐵INNA, the 𝐉𝐵INNA story.
So next up we have selling beats.
Selling sounds. Let me take over. So all the sounds that you've seen or actually heard, I don't know if you could see sounds, but all the sounds that you've heard in any of our videos, I have made. They come from my laptop. And so selling beats, why I like selling beats as a form of making money is because I like making beats. So I have a surplus of beats, usually that no one hears but me or the people I decide to send them to. So I figured, let me put them in a video. After doing this a while, kind of got some traction, and people in the comments would be like, "Ooh, I like how this sounds." And so when we offered our creative services through Soul Vision, I made it a priority to be like, I want to sell beats too, because I want to lace up other videos with the nice sounds that live on my computer that hopefully other people might like. So basically, this thing that I made on my computer, whether it's, now this section is on beats, but it could be your drawings, it could be your animations, really anything digital like that. It's something that you could sell online to other people who are trying to do what you're doing. So I sell my beats primarily to people who make videos. Now, I got some rap interests too, but my audience is people who watch videos. So selling your beats or selling your digital goods, let's say, work when you sell them to your audience and people in marketplaces. So I'll list my beats for sale on marketplaces and people will listen, and if they like it, they'll buy it. Or if people need beats for a video, they know that we have beats in our video, so they'll be like, I want a beat like that. I'll make them a beat and I'll sell it to them. Simple. All right, y'all, so that was it. Those were the ways in which we make money. If you like this video, subscribe, like it, share it, do all that good stuff. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Peace.
Is you rolling? Is you rolling?